Welcome to this fun general knowledge challenge. My name is Arno, I'm your quiz host and I'm challenging you to beat this quiz. And you do so by scoring 60 out of 101 points. Here you see this week's fun and fresh pop quiz rounds. And don't forget to write down your score and post it in the comments down below when you're done. Because if you do so, you have a chance to be displayed on the scoreboard that you're seeing here. And let's move over to the first quiz round, which is a warm-up rapid fire round. Here we go, good luck. Which of these three card hands ranks highest in a game of poker? It's 4 of a kind. What type of mythical creature appears on the famous Starbucks logo? Siren. What is the name for a religious place where a community of monks lives? Correct with monastery. Which major period in human history followed directly after the Stone Age? That's Bronze Age. What was the name of Sherlock Holmes' most famous arch-nemesis? Professor Moriarty. What is the traditional name for underground prison cells inside a castle? It's dungeon. Which traditional instrument was used to measure angles or latitude at sea? That's sextant. Who led the Bolsheviks during the Russian Revolution of 1917? Vladimir Lenin. Which country presented the Statue of Liberty as a gift to the United States? That's France. Which British author originally created the character of James Bond? Ian Fleming. Which forgetful bluefish is a popular character from Disney's Finding Nemo? It's Dory. What do you call a workshop or factory used for casting metal? It's foundry. Which revolutionary invention is Johannes Gutenberg best known for? The printing press. According to the Bible, in which city was Jesus Christ born? Correct with Bethlehem. Which automaker has models called the Ranger and the F-150? That's Ford. Which princess left the Japanese royal family in 2021 to marry a commoner? Princess Mako. After pass and go, which corner space comes first on a standard Monopoly board? It's jail. Which Spartan warrior king led 300 soldiers into battle against the Persians? That's Leonidas. What term described Germany's rapid coordinated attacks during World War II? Blitzkrieg. What was the surname of Earl Silas, the inventor of Tupperware? That's Tupper. With pop quiz round number 2, we are moving over to normal speed again and we will be guessing landmarks, and I will gradually increase the difficulty here. Here's the first one. What is the name of these famous cliffside monasteries shown here? Is this Meteora, Mount Athos or Mont Saint-Michel? And the answer is answer A, Meteora. 22. Which famous tree-lined Barcelona street is shown here? La Rambla, Rambla de Catalunya, probably saying that wrong, or La Diagonal? And the answer is A again, La Rambla. 23. What is the name of this famous historic building? And that is the Anne Frank House. The narrow canal house concealed a secret annex behind a movable bookcase and opened as a museum to visitors in 1960. 24. Which landmark is shown here and what country is it in? I want to hear both. And the answer is the Brandenburg Gate, and it is located in Germany. 25. Name this well-known landmark and the country where it stands. And I need both again. And this is Abu Simbel, and this is of course in Egypt. 26. Which famous ancient Greek landmark is shown here? And that one is, and I'm not sure if I should say Delphi or Delphi. Let me know in the comments. Ancient visitors consulted the priestess Pythia here, believing Apollo delivered prophecies through her on Mount Parnassus. 27. Name the landmark shown here and the country it belongs to. Both again. And correct with Casa Mila in Spain. Gaudi avoided conventional straight lines, creating a rippling stone facade and rooftop chimneys resembling surreal warriors. I'm not seeing it. 28. Identify this landmark and name the country it is in again. And that is Potala Palace, and that one is located in China. 29. In which city is this famous landmark tower located? And that one is Tokyo. And the last one for the landmark round, identify this famous temple and name the country it is in. And that is a tough one, I think. That is the Borobudur Temple in Indonesia. Trivia quiz round number 3, world firsts. Which of these publicly traded companies first reached a $1 trillion market value? Was this Apple, Microsoft, or Trivia Quiz Rush? And that is Apple. Well, if it was Trivia Quiz Rush, I would be recording this from a boat. 32. Which US president was born earlier? Was this Bill Clinton or Donald Trump? And the right answer is Donald Trump. 33. Which came first, the invention of the telephone or the discovery of penicillin? And if you said telephone, you're right. 34. Who was born earlier? Was this Marie Curie or Florence Nightingale? And the answer to that one is Florence Nightingale. Trivia question 35. Which conflict began first? Was this the Vietnam War or the Korean War? And the answer I want to hear is the Korean War. Fighting erupted on the Korean Peninsula in June 1950. An armistice passed it in 1953, but no formal peace treaty followed. So technically they're still at war. 36. Who was born earlier? Was this Michael J. Fox or Woody Harrelson? And you're correct if you said Michael J. Fox. 37. Which landmark was completed first? Was this the White House or Mount Rushmore? And the answer is the White House. 38. Which invention came first in history? Was this paper money or gunpowder? It's gunpowder. 39. Who passed away earlier? Was this Nikola Tesla or Thomas Edison? And the answer is Thomas Edison. Tesla and Edison were rivals during the famous War of the Currents. Number 40. Which landmark was completed first? Was this the Notre Dame in Paris or the Taj Mahal? And that one is the Notre Dame. Construction began in 1163 and the cathedral was largely finished by 1345, nearly 3 centuries before the Indian Mausoleum. Trivia quiz round number 4. General knowledge. Which US state shares the longest border with neighboring Canada? Is it Montana, Michigan, or Alaska? And the answer is Alaska. 42. Which of these 3 dinosaurs belong to the sauropod group? Is it a Brontosaurus, a Tyrannosaurus rex, or a Triceratops? And that one is a Brontosaurus. 43. Which actor has a first name that means cool breeze in Hawaiian? Jason Momoa or Keanu Reeves? And they both sound exotic, but the answer is Keanu Reeves. His full given name translates more precisely as cool breeze over the mountains and was inherited from a great-great-uncle. 44. Which ancient philosopher was sentenced to death by drinking hemlock? Socrates, Aristotle, or Plato? And the answer is Socrates. 45. Which country is currently the world's leading exporter of bananas? Ecuador, Brazil, or Costa Rica? And the answer is Ecuador, answer B. How many years of marriage does a wooden wedding anniversary mark? Is it 3 years, 5 years, or 10 years? And you got it right if you said 5 years, answer B. 47. Which Italian composer wrote the celebrated opera Madame Butterfly? Is it Handel, Bellini, or Puccini? And that is Puccini. Its 1904 premiere at Milan's La Scala was poorly received, prompting several revisions that transformed it into a global favorite. 48. Which creature is almost immune to many poisons, including snake venom? Is this an alligator, an opossum, or a mongoose? And the right answer is B, an opossum. Its blood contains a protein called LTNF that can neutralize several toxins, inspiring research into broad-spectrum antivenoms. 49. Which European country has the greatest number of UNESCO World Heritage Sites? Is it France, Spain, or Italy? And that one is Italy. Its collection spans ancient Roman ruins, Renaissance city centers, alpine landscapes, and remarkable archaeological sites. 50. In which state is most commercially grown US coffee produced today? Is this Texas, California, or Hawaii? And the answer is Hawaii. The Kona region's volcanic soil, sunny mornings and cloudy afternoons create ideal conditions for its prized Arabica beans. 51. Columbus serves as the capital city of which US state? Is this Indiana, Ohio, or Georgia? And the answer I want to hear is Ohio. 52. Who holds the record as the longest serving pope in recorded history? Is it John Paul II, Leo XIII, or Pius IX? And correct with Pius IX. 53. Which country contains the largest mangrove forest area in the world? Is this Bangladesh, Brazil, or Indonesia? And the answer is Bangladesh. The Sundarbans form an immense tidal maze shared with India, sheltering Bengal tigers, crocodiles, and countless waterbirds. 54. Which bird species has the blackest feathers found in the natural world? Is it a raven, a bird of paradise, or a black swan? And the answer is shown here, a bird of paradise. Microscopic feather structures trap up to 99.95 of incoming light, making it even darker than my browse history. 55. Open question. Which actor portrayed the title character in the 2023 film Oppenheimer? That's Cillian Murphy. 56. Which fictional detective is assisted by Captain Arthur Hastings? Sherlock Holmes, Hercule Poirot, or Miss Marple? And that one is Hercule Poirot. The retired army officer often narrates the cases, admiring his friend's brilliance while occasionally misreading vital clues. 57. Which telecommunications company was formerly called Research in Motion Limited? And that one is BlackBerry. 58. Who composed the celebrated classical waltz The Blue Danube? Is it Frédéric Chopin, Ludwig van Beethoven, or Johann Strauss II? And that one is Johann Strauss II. 59. In Scrabble, how many bonus points are awarded for using all 7 tiles? Is it 30, 40, or 50? And correct if you said 50 points. 60. Which nation in South America is widely known for having 2 capitals? Is this Paraguay, Chile, or Bolivia? And the right answer is Bolivia. Sucre is the constitutional and judicial center, while La Paz houses the executive, legislature, and most government offices. With pop quiz round number 5, we're gonna test what you really know about music. First question. What was the Rolling Stones' first #1 single in the United States? Was it Get Off My Cloud, Satisfaction, or Painted Black? And that one is Satisfaction, answer B. 62. Which goth artist recorded a cover of the 1982 synth-pop hit Tainted Love? It's Marilyn Manson. His industrial rock version first appeared on the 2001 Another Not a Teen Movie soundtrack, 2 decades after Soft Cell's remake. I actually really like his music. 63. Which band scored its biggest 1980s hit with Under the Milky Way? And the correct answer is The Church. 64. Which artist performed at both Live Aid venues on the same day in 1985? Was this Phil Collins, David Bowie, or Freddie Mercury? And that's answer A, Phil Collins. He played in London, flew across the Atlantic aboard Concorde, then performed again in Philadelphia, all within several hours. 65. Which singer released the hit song Benny and the Jets in 1973? Was this Billy Joel, Elton John, or Rod Stewart? And the answer is answer B, Elton John. 66. Which band became famous for its 1975 hit version of Love Hurts? Bad Company, Boston, or Nazareth? And that one is answer C. The song was originally recorded by the Everly Brothers in 1960. 67. What was the title of Elvis Presley's final studio album before his passing? Was this Blue Hawaii, Promised Land, or Moody Blue? And correct with Moody Blue, answer C. Released in July 1977, the record mixed studio tracks with live performances and was initially pressed on translucent blue vinyl. 68. Which girl group topped the UK singles chart with Never Ever? Was it Spice Girls, Eternal, or All Saints? And the correct answer is C, All Saints. 69. Another open question. Which Hollywood star provided the spoken voice in Michael Jackson's Thriller? And the answer is Vincent Price. He recorded the eerie spoken passage in only 2 takes. Songwriter Rod Temperton had originally written a much longer monologue. 70. In which year did the members of the Beatles officially break up? Was this 1965, 1968, or 1970? And you got it right with 1970. McCartney publicly announced his departure in April, although the partnership's legal dissolution was not finalized until 1974. Trivia quiz round number 6. We're gonna test your word knowledge, and if you're not English native like me, this round can be extra challenging. First one. Which word means to take possession or control, especially in military use? Is it confiscate, command, or requisition? And that is requisition, answer C. 72. Which of these words is not a synonym for the word omen? Is it portent, opus, or harbinger? And the right answer is opus. 73. Which of these words can be used as a synonym for secretive? Is it chartreuse, enigmatic, or clandestine? And if you said clandestine, you're right. Its Latin ancestor clandestinus meant hidden, and modern usage often suggests deliberate concealment from authorities or observers. 74. Which word means scope for freedom of action or thought? And the answer to that one is latitude. Please hit that subscribe button to become part of the fun Trivia Quiz Rush community. If you do so, you get notified when my newest quiz is out, so you never have to miss one. It also greatly helps me grow the channel and supports me doing this for a living. Thank you, and back to the quiz. 74. What term describes giving jobs to family members over other people? Is this nepotism, despotism, or acrotism? And the answer I want to hear is a nepotism. The term comes from the Latin word for nephew, reflecting the historic practice of powerful figures favoring their relatives. 76. Which word means involving or limiting to basic principles? Is this gormless, sonorous, or rudimentary? And the answer is C, rudimentary. 77. What is the traditional name for a writing pen made from a feather? I don't think that one was too hard. The answer is a quill. Goose flight feathers were especially prized. The hollow shaft was hardened, cut to a point, and repeatedly sharpened with a knife. 78. Which of the following unusual words refer to a salt merchant? Is it a saunier, a knave, or a arefaber? And the answer is a saunier. Derived from Old French, the occupation was once vital because the mineral preserved food and generated substantial tax revenue. 79. Which word means a feeling of deep respect tinged with awe? Is it abhor, honor, or reverence? And correct with answer C, reverence. 80. Which word describes ill will wrapped in a quiet, sharpened intent? Is tribute, evident, or malice? And the answer is malice. In legal usage, it refers to deliberate harmful intent rather than a sudden burst of anger, and its Latin root means wickedness. In case you haven't met the quiz challenge yet, which was scoring 60 points or higher, this is your last chance. These are the last 20 questions, but this is also the crash and burn round. These ones are extra challenging. Good luck! Which type of maritime object is traditionally known as a killick? Is this a boat hook, a stone anchor, or a net weight? And the answer is a stone anchor. Never heard of it myself. 82. Helvetia is the traditional Latin name used for which European country? Is this Austria, Switzerland, or Belgium? And that one is Switzerland. The name derives from the ancient Helvetii, I'm probably saying that wrong, tribe, and appears on coins and stamps. 83. What are the names of the two elderly hecklers from the Muppets, the ones on the balcony? And correct if you said Stettler and Waldorf. The balcony dwelling critics were named after two New York hotels and have heckled nearly every performance since 1975. It will be so funny to have these guys in my quiz and just roast me on every question. 84. What name is commonly given to a newborn baby squirrel? Is this a cub, a pup, or a kitten? And the correct answer is a kitten. Newborns are hairless, blind, and completely dependent on their mother. Basically me until I was 20. Their eyes usually open after about 4 weeks. 85. Sabrina Park in Kingston, Jamaica is best known for hosting which sport? Football, cricket, or rugby? And the answer is cricket. Answer B. 86. Whose professional boxing career did Chris Eubank end in 1991? Michael Watson, Nigel Benn, or Frank Bruno? You got it right with Michael Watson. Their rematch prompted major improvements in ringside medical care, and Watson later completed the London Marathon over 6 days. 87. Which commonly seen animal in Australia is called a brumby? Is it a wild horse, a wild dog, or a wild velociraptor? Contrary, of course, to the common Australian domesticated velociraptor. And that is wild horse. Many descend from escaped or released domestic horses, and large herds still roam remote regions such as the Australian Alps. 88. In which year was the American Target Corporation originally founded? 1902, 1907, or 1915? And the answer is 1902. The business began as Dayton Dry Goods Company in Minneapolis. The first store using its familiar Bullseye brand opened in 1962. 89. Which European capital city has the highest elevation above sea level? Is this Bern, Madrid, or Andorra la Vella? And if you said answer C, you are correct. 90. Which native animal serves as the national emblem of New Zealand? Is it a kiwi, an emu, or a kangaroo? And the answer is a kiwi. The bird, not the fruit. In which year did the Falklands conflict between Britain and Argentina occur? 1979, 1982, or 1985? And the answer I want to hear is 1982. The campaign lasted 74 days, ending on June 14 after Argentine forces surrendered near Stanley, the island's capital. 92. In which part of the human body is the talus bone located? Is it in the ankle, in the wrist, or near the knee? And correct with the ankle. It transfers body weight from the shin into the foot and is unusual because no muscles attach directly to this bone. 93. Who served as the bank manager in the sitcom The Beverly Hillbillies? Is it Mr. Barnes, Mr. Wilson, or Mr. Drysdale? And that one is C, Mr. Drysdale. 94. Along with igneous and sedimentary, what is the third main type of rock? And that is a metamorphic. These rocks form when existing stone is transformed by intense heat, pressure, or fluids without melting completely into magma. 95. Which legendary figure famously removed a thorn from a lion's paw? Was this Aesop, Androcles, or Hercules? And correct with Androcles. In the ancient tale, the grateful lion later recognized its helper in an arena, leading both to be spared and granted freedom. 96. The Pindus mountain range is located primarily within which country? Is this Bulgaria, Italy, or Greece? And that one is Greece. 97. Which country formerly used a completely plain green national flag? Libya, Pakistan, or Saudi Arabia? And that is answer B, Libya. 98. What is the name of the capital city of Tibet? And that one is Lhasa. It's one of the world's highest cities and once housed the Dalai Lama. 99. Which character did Charles Bronson portray in the film Death Wish? Frank Castle, Paul Kersey, or Harry Callahan? And correct if you said Paul Kersey. The mild-mannered New York architect becomes a vigilante, launching a controversial role that continued across 5 films. 100. Which US state is the smallest in total geographical area? Is it Delaware, Rhode Island, or Connecticut? And the answer is Rhode Island. Bonus question: in the abbreviation ADHD, what does the letter H stand for? Don't go anywhere because the answer appears in a few seconds. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and drop a comment. I read every one of them. And I hope to see you in the next quiz. Bye bye.